Last year was my first season, so this is coming up on my second season at Grand Junction High School as the head baseball coach. I grew up in Littleton over on the eastern slope of the mountains, and I used to coach a Connie Mac team. I've done a lot of fall program with Mark Johnson, the Cherry Creek High School program. And then after that, I actually got into coaching the junior college level. I was at Lamar Community College for 6 years. And then after that, I coached 1 year in 2008 at Central Arizona College. I love the game of baseball. I think it's a great team sport. It allows people to be individuals. I like the fact that in the game of baseball, you learn a lot of things that you're going to take into your real life. It teaches you teamwork, it teaches you responsibility, camaraderie, things like that that a lot of people need, and it's a great arena to do that in. And I love to coach. My coaching philosophy is try to have some fun. There needs to be a lot of discipline. There needs to be some structure and a plan. You don't want to just roll the ball out and just go out and practice and play. But have some structure, have some things and some goals that you want to accomplish on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and then as a season. And that's my philosophy. It's just go out, try and accomplish something on a day-to-day basis. Let's get better at whatever facet or whatever thing that we're working on that specific day, and get better, and then be able to do that same thing the next day. Well, I'm really optimistic. I mean, last year when I took over, we only had 3 seniors. We were a young club. We only had 2 people on the entire varsity roster last year that actually had varsity experience. And so, we went 12-8. We finished second in the league, went into the second round of the playoffs. So taking that into this year, we've got 9 seniors. We've got a really, really well versed staff as far as on the mound and as far as our position players. So I'm really optimistic that if our pitching comes around, I know we're going to hit the baseball real well and score some runs. So if our pitching and our defense can do what they should be able to do, then I think that we've got a chance of going out. And my goal is to win the Southwestern League, go over to Denver and win the state championship. We've got a senior at first base, second base, shortstop, third, center, left, right. Our DH, 2 of our pitchers. So I mean, we're pretty well staffed as far as that is. Like I said, our first baseman Tristan Lafferty has got a lot of strength, and he had a really good year last year. Our second baseman Dylan Fonte, he was kind of a utility guy last year. He's a great leadoff guy, and I expect some really great things from him. Moving around to short and third, we've got Owen Taylor, Zach Cox. Being able to play on the left side and do a real good job of playing defense and hitting. And then our outfield is fantastic as well. We've got 3 seniors, and I think that we got some team speed. And like I said, we're going to be able to hit the baseball and score some runs. And hopefully all those guys. We've got a freshman catcher in Tyson Zansky. Was a freshman last year, and now he's a sophomore. And so we've got some good expectations for him. So going into the season, we're pretty old as far as the club goes, as far as 9 seniors on the roster, and we're just hoping that we can put it together and hopefully win a state championship. Well, we've been practicing indoors. We do voluntary hitting. We started January 6th. We've been doing it 4 days a week. We've been doing hitting and pitching and doing bullpens. And our first practice is February 24th is our first official. So we'll have tryouts, and then we've got 10 days, and then we have our first game. And then we've got a pretty good schedule put together. We go down to Arizona the last week of March for a spring break trip. We've got a couple trips to Denver and to Cortez, so we've got some travel experience we're gonna have. But it's gonna be a pretty full book until May comes, and hopefully get over to Denver and participate in that state championship. Junction Tigers baseball goals are to win the Southwestern League, be number 1 in the Valley, and to go over and represent the Western Slope in the state playoffs. We got in the second round last year, and hopefully we can make it all the way to the state championship game. Those are our goals. 2008 is a great memory because when I was coaching at Central Arizona College, we actually came to Grand Junction for JUCO, and ended up finishing 3rd in the country that year. I've had an opportunity to coach some of the kids that are now into the professional ranks. One of those being Roy Halliday. He played on our summer Connie Mac team for me. So that's a great experience. And then just on a personal level, a couple years ago, got to go to Yankee Stadium, got to go to Wrigley. Just being around the game's fun. Being able to see those historic places is fun, and being able to teach the game is fantastic. Mine would be my high school coach, Willie White. He was my freshman year. He was going to retire, and our freshman club went 16-0, and we had a pretty good club. And then after that, we won 3 consecutive state championships in the summer. Made it to the state semifinals my senior year, and just the way that he taught, brought us around, made us understand that we're a family and that we're a bunch of guys that are getting together, for one common goal, and we could finish each other's sentences. We knew how each other, we were going to walk and talk and things like that on a daily basis, and he really instilled that in me. And he's one of the main reasons that I'm coaching, is because I looked up to him, how he taught us, and was somewhat of a father figure and somebody that we could go to and confide in and things like that. And he's instilled that in me, and so that's what I'm hoping to be able to instill in my players is those same qualities. So he was a fantastic coach, and I really look up to him a lot. I work for a company called Teltech Communications. We are a distribution center. We have a big contract with Sprint. We handle a lot of their inventory and things on their 3G to 4G rollovers and their rollouts for the new technology. That's my day job, and then of course coach in the evenings and on the weekends and things like that. I am married. I've been married for a little over 1.5 years to my wife. Her name is Barbara, and we've got 2 kids. One, Matthew, he's an 18-year-old, and then we've got Gretchen, who's 16.